Hey everyone, and Tony here with DronePros.com. Today we want to show you guys how we paint our Inductrixes. A lot of you guys have been following us either our website or following our Facebook, even following my personal Facebook. You've seen that we've just released a set of what we call candy Inductrix frames. So these frames, as you can see here, they're colored frames. These are a few of the colors we have. And then you may see a variety of paints we have here. So what we are going to be doing today is we're going to be showing you guys exactly how to paint your very own Inductrix and pretty much get it to be any color you want. This is our way of giving back to all you guys, giving back to the whole Inductrix Tiny Whoop community. You know, it's a great community, and this is our way of giving back. So really quickly, I want to talk about the different paints out there. So obviously, these bodies, they are plastic bodies. So in theory, especially if you're coming from an RC car background, you're probably gonna want to try to use a Lexan paint. Obviously, Lexan being a plastic, a certain kind of plastic, you'd think in theory it'll work very well. And with RC car bodies, they are flexible, they aren't meant to crash, and you never see the paint chip off. So, you know, we tried this. But I can tell you guys from experience, it will not work. We've tried this, we've tried Tamiya, we've tried pretty much every car paint, RC car Lexan paint you can think of. We've tried primering it, sanding it, clearing it, nothing works. So yeah, as far as the RC car paints, they will not work. You can pretty much just toss those aside. They're pretty much no good. The next thing I'm going to talk about is dyeing. Now, you know, there's a lot of videos out there, RC car guys dyeing their plastic parts. The brand is Rit Dye. It's a fabric dyeing material. You can do it various ways. We tried every way you can think of as well. We tried the hot water trick, the boiling water, mix it, that didn't work. We tried adding acetone in there to kind of break down the plastic so it can kind of get itself in there, that doesn't work. Pretty much we left it there for like 30 minutes and we took it out and you were able to, it looked brand new. I mean, the dye really didn't do anything to it at all. We tried some airbrush paints, that didn't work, enamels, this, that, nothing worked. At the end of the day, what we finally got to work, and it so happened to be the last thing we kind of tried, was these Plasti Dip. A lot of you guys that go to AutoZone, you've maybe seen this laying around. Home Depot also has it for tools for the handles. You can make the handle be very like rubbery. But yeah, Plasti Dip, it's something I had never used in the past, so obviously never did cross my mind. But then finally we went ahead and tried the Plasti Dip, and the results were amazing just right out of the box. Yeah, very happy. The color's very fluorescent. Also very inexpensive. A can of RC car paint is very, very expensive considering the little can you get. These are average about $10, so well worth the money. And obviously with one of these, you can probably paint about 5 to 8 bodies depending on how many coats you do. On average, we do about 1 to 2 coats depending on the color and have great success. So that's pretty much it about the paints. Obviously, Plasti Dip, they make a lot of different colors. This is just a few of the colors we have here today. They also make glow in the dark, so you can go, out of your way. Pet Boys tends to stock a lot of them as well online. You can find it anywhere. So what we're gonna be doing now is showing you guys exactly step by step how we prepare these frames, get them painted, so you can do your very own at home. Okay, so here the first step when you are painting your Inductrix frame, obviously what you are gonna need is a Inductrix frame. You can probably use your stock one, assuming it's not broken or anything. You can probably go ahead with using the stock one. If you don't want to use your stock one and you want to kind of save it for backup, if you ever want to go back to a clear body, what you can do, go out, purchase a frame. We have those on the website, DronePros.com, and you can kind of start fresh again, start with a new frame. You don't have to worry about it breaking or whatever. Maybe you didn't see a nick it had or whatever the case may be. So the first thing we're gonna have to do is prep it. Now, by prepping it, what we have to do is we have to plug up the motor holes. You can see, and what I mean by the motor holes, where the motors go into. The reason for that, if you don't do this, you can put in the motor. It's just a lot more difficult. So what I recommend is getting, a little tissue paper, something, anything around, kind of twirl it. Get it thick enough so it kind of goes in. You kind of have to thread it in there. And you want to make sure on the side it doesn't flare out too much. And then you just kind of want to cut off the top of it just to make it a little bit easier. And then you push it down just a little bit more and make sure it's not grabbing too much of the side of it, like so. You can see there. Another thing we do here, I'll tell you the way we do it. The way we do it here, we actually have a special solvent that we throw the plastic into. And what it does, it really makes sure it eats into the frame and makes sure the paint sticks really well. But you don't really need to do that. We found that this method, the method we are showing you, is a fast and easy way of doing it. And you don't really need to use, you don't need to sand it. It does really good just the way I'm gonna show you guys. So I just showed you for 2 motors how we do it. I'm gonna go ahead, finish up the other 2 motors here off camera, and then we're gonna show you guys how we get the paint on there. All right, so now we got the tissue paper over where the motors go in, so we don't have to worry about it being very difficult to put in the motor. None of that, it's gonna be very simple. Obviously, you take these extra steps to make it a little bit easier at the end. So what we're gonna do now is go ahead with painting it. Nice smooth strokes. As they say, different strokes for different folks, so we're giving it nice smooth strokes here. And then now that I'm very happy with how the sides came out, I'm gonna do one more layer, just a little bit thicker. And then now I'm gonna angle this about 45 degrees down, coming down and hitting the ducts. So first I start like that, and there, 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 there. I'm very happy with how the ducts came out. Now I'm just gonna start shooting the paint straight down to finish all the coverage. And believe it or not, we are done. That is absolutely it. You don't need any more coats. Of course, if you do want to do more coats, it's thicker, but it really doesn't make a difference. Another thing I want to touch base on, when you're done painting this, it's only going to add half a gram more weight. So pretty much it's, you're better off saying it doesn't add any weight. Half a gram is not going to affect the motors, especially if you're running the Drone Pros crazy fast motors. They're not even going to feel it at all. So you don't have to worry about adding extra weight. So after this step, set it in the sun if you can. Obviously, if you don't have a sun, it's just gonna have to sit a little bit longer. But with Plasti Dip, I also noticed it dries very, very fast. So it doesn't have to sit that long. I'd recommend about 30-40 minutes. Go ahead, grab your motors, and then you'll be pretty much good to go. So what we're gonna do right now is let it sit here for a little bit. We're gonna show you how we install the Drone Pros crazy fast motors here, how we remove the tissue paper, and then how we go forward with that. All right, so we've allowed 30 minutes to pass. The beauty of editing, 30 minutes have passed just like that. So we got that all done. We already removed the little tissue paper plugs we put in there. You can see no paint gets in there whatsoever. Came out very nice. I'm very happy with how it came out. What I have here are the Drone Pros crazy fast motors. These things have a lot of power for you guys that haven't checked them out. And we're just gonna be showing you how we install them here. All right, so here we have the motors. Very quickly for orientation, the motors with the black backing go in the rear right and front left. The motors with the green backing go in the front right and rear left. So I'm gonna show you here really quickly how easy it is to install or reinstall, I guess, if you're using your own frame. Just hold it kind of here from the bottom and then push. Try to not push on the shaft, but around it. And then just kind of support it here on the bottom and just give it one more push and you're done. That is it. You guys saw it's very simple. So what I'm gonna do now, install all 4 of the motors, the flight control, the FPV, and show you what the finished product looks like. So we are back. We have the motors installed, we have the flight control, the FPV camera installed. As you can see, we went ahead and had a little bit of fun with the pink. It's actually a hot pink in the propellers. One thing I do want to mention, when I first painted the propellers, I was a little bit worried about balancing, but believe it or not, I had no issues whatsoever. As long as they're somewhat even coats and it's pretty evenly spread, you won't have any issues. So as you can see, you can go crazy with this paint. You can do the props, the camera mount. the frame. You can even do multicolored, I'm sure, if you really wanted to. You can really just go out of town and have a great day with this paint. Even change the color up if you want. I don't see why you couldn't paint over this another color. There wouldn't be any reason. We do understand out there, there's a lot of people that don't want to go out and buy the paint, don't want to be breathing this stuff, don't want to be dealing with it at all. That's why on our website, dronepros.com, we offer these frames. We offer pretty much every color you see here. We offer these in a bind and fly, ready to fly, pretty much whatever you're looking to get as far as your Inductrix, FPV, or candy frame, we got you covered. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you can leave them down in the comment box below. You can also send us an email, dronepros@gmail.com. If you want to check out these products or any other products we have, be sure to check us out, dronepros.com. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time.